evening to all the participants. I am Dr. Bhumika Agrawal, Head Humanities Department, Priyadarshini Institute of Engineering and Technology. I welcome you all to this program of online conversation with Sam Pitroda, organized by Knowledge Center of Priyadarshini Institute in association with Raman Science Center and Planetarium, Nagpur. Sam Pitroda sir has already joined the meeting. I welcome you, sir. We have with us dignitaries Dr. Vivek Nanuti, Principal, Priyadarshini Institute, Dr. Sanjay Jain, Head Knowledge Center of Priyadarshini Institute, Mr. Vijay Sharma, Project Coordinator at Raman Science Center, and Mr. Vikas Chaudhary, Education Officer again at Raman Science Center and Planetarium. Thank you all the dignitaries for joining the program. Actually, today's program is a sequel as we had conducted smaller version of this program on 8th January through similar virtual mode. In that program, Sam sir has given us one suggestion. Let's see what was his suggestion. Let's listen to his suggestion of the previous program through this video link. Chinmay, please play the video. Chinmay. Himanshu sir, please be ready with the video. Yeah. Thank you all of you.
It was a great learning experience. Thank you so much.
Nanuti, I have a request.
Yeah, please.
Since Sanjay is there, I know Sanjay a little bit.
Yes,
It
sir.
may be a good idea for 50, 60 people like you in Nagpur area
Yeah. Sir.
to have a Zoom call, just interaction.
Yeah.
See, one of the problems I find is that I don't get to interact with people in the second tier, third tier cities,
Yeah.
because all our contacts are sort of, IITs and all that. Okay. So I think it would be good to interact with people like you in that part of the world for an hour, just general conversation, no agenda. Education could be an agenda. Okay. But so we can all interact and open everybody's eyes to new ideas.
Definitely, sir. It would it's a
So participants see, Pitroda sir had given us one small suggestion and we are happy that we have followed his suggestion. And let me tell you, Pitroda sir and all the new participants, that after our first program, we have got very huge response and request from many enthusiastic academicians, scholars, faculty members, professionals, scientists, students from Nagpur region. And that's why we have again organized the program. And thank you, Pitroda sir, for again accepting our invitation and being present for the program as the guest. And we are going to converse with you. Friends, you all know that Dr. Nanuti sir, as usual, he not only gave his big yes for this sequel of the program, but also motivated and guided all of us for conducting this program. So I now request Dr. Nanuti to talk about the idea and efficacy of this program to our audience.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Bhumika ma'am. Honorable Mr. Sam Pitroda, namaskar. So happy to have you again at PIT platform, and that too Knowledge Center platform. Extremely happy. I welcome all the academicians, scientists, the people who are concerned about the education policy, about the education in this country. The right now the situation is, dear friends, that right from school kids to school teachers, to PhD students, to PG and PhD students, everyone is looking for an revamp or a revolution in Indian education system. 70 saal se, last 70 years, there is a typical system. Students are not getting employed. People have a lot of issues. They compare education of India versus other countries. So this is a platform. We are so fortunate that somebody of a stature, knowledge, capacity and competency like Mr. Sam Pitroda is with us for open discussion on this forum. All those who are attending here, we 100 are really concerned, sir, about that. Like we have seen, we have been meeting. I am into 30 years into this education industry. And now recently we have been feeling so much that we need change. We need to upgrade. We need to change. We need open education. So all these questions are like, everybody's mind is full of these, like from school kids to PhD and PG students as well, and teachers also. But then we are really worried. With new education policy, our hopes are raised. A lot of hopes with new education policy. But then we are again concerned that whether that flow of school education, how NEP will be implemented such that there will be really a new education system experience can be experienced in the country like India. I'm very thankful to sir that let us see in this platform. This is being recorded. Of course, we'll get some very fruitful questions, very wonderful queries to which the absolutely satisfying answers by Mr. Sam Pitroda, sir. Thank you so much, every one of you, for joining this knowledge center platform of my Priyadarshini Institute of Engineering Technology. And once again, thank Mr. Sam Pitroda for consenting us and joining us for this amazing brainstorming forum of academicians and scientists. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nanoti sir, for a good start. The brain behind KC, that is Knowledge Center, behind inviting Sam Pitroda sir, and behind this sequel is none other than Dr. Sanjay Jain. Because of his relentless efforts and supreme commitment only, he could kindle the light of thirst for knowledge among so many students, teachers, and other enthusiasts. So I request him to say a few words about the initiative of Knowledge Center and also about this program.
Thank you, Dr. Bhumika. Honorable Mr. Sam Pitroda, sir, respected Dr. Nanoti, sir, respected Mr. Vijay Shankar Sharma, sir, and the distinguished participants for this today's meeting. Without any hesitation, I would say that the ideal inspiration behind our initiative is none other than the tallest figure, one of the tallest figures of the world, Mr. Sam Pitroda. Now, why I consider him as the ideal person to inspire us, I would, for the paucity of time, I would take the help of a small presentation. I would present the screen. I would share the screen with you. Is it disallowed? Actually.
Yes, sir. Give me 1 second, sir.
Okay. If you allow me to present, there are 3-4 slides because.
Sir, now you may present your screen, sir.
Okay. Okay. See, these 4 slides, I would explain how Mr. Sam Pitroda is an ideal inspiration behind our Knowledge Center initiative. The primary objective of our initiative is to bring the focus of knowledge, skills, and wisdom back in our education. Presently, the focus is on marks, grades, and degrees. In Mr. Pitroda, we find an ideal inspiration because he is an embodiment of knowledge, skills, and wisdom. How? Let us see. Mr. Pitroda acquired vast and deep knowledge of his primary domains, which are electrical and electronics engineering, and he developed several useful and innovative applications. He didn't restrict himself to his basic domains, but he studied several interdisciplinary domains of knowledge across science, technology, and humanity. He has a very keen appreciation of the fundamental role of physics and mathematics in all sciences and engineering. And this particular point resonates with me because I too love physics to an extent that I consider it as the most fundamental of all the sciences and knowledge. Skills. Mr. Pitroda believes in learning by doing, and he dedicated himself to the knowledge of the research papers or books or academic knowledge. He believes in learning by doing, and he has Acquired many skills, he has 100 worldwide patents to his credit. He is one of the earliest pioneers of handheld computing because of his invention of the electronic diary. He developed several startups across US and Europe with his myriad set of skills. As far as wisdom is concerned, he has always worked in favor of using his knowledge and skills for the betterment of humankind. His vision, based on Gandhian principles, transcends the parochial boundaries of region, religion, and politics. His emphasis on inclusiveness promises to restore the honor and dignity of every human being on this planet. So, in a true sense, Mr. Pitroda is an embodiment of knowledge, skills, and wisdom. And like all other participants, I am too excited to hear him. So, thank you for this small brief presentation. I have stopped sharing the screen, and thank you all. Back to
थैंक यू
Bhumika.
संजय सर, थैंक यू सो मच। दोस्तों, भले ही ईश्वर से बात करने के लिए जरूरत होती है, आज की दुनिया में हम उसी को सबसे बड़ा रचयिता, कलाकार, जादूगर और वैज्ञानिक मानेंगे जिसने लोगों के दिलों के तारों को जोड़ा है। और लोगों के दिलों के तारों को जोड़ने के लिए फोन के तारों को जोड़ना आवश्यक है, और इन फोन के तारों को पूरे भारत में जोड़ने का और भारत के असंख्य लोगों के लिए फोन के रूप में संचार माध्यम की सुविधा उपलब्ध कराने का बड़ा काम किया है सूचना क्रांति के प्रणेता श्री सैम पित्रोड़ा जी ने, जिन्होंने महज 10 वर्ष में अपने अथक प्रयासों से और दिवंगत प्रधानमंत्री राजीव गांधी जी के राजनीतिक सहयोग से पूरे हिंदुस्तान की तस्वीर ही बदल दी। मौन रहने वाले, पूरी दुनिया से कटे कटे रहने वाले भारत देश को सैम पित्रोड़ा जी ने बोलना सिखा दिया, और आज वे अपने दर्शकों के साथ भी बोलेंगे। हमारे सभी दर्शक उन्हें जानते हैं, वे किसी भी परिचय के मोहताज नहीं हैं, इसलिए मैं उनका डिटेल में परिचय नहीं देना चाहूंगी, बट कुछ खास बातें मैं डेफिनेटली हमारे दर्शकों को बताना चाहूंगी। सबसे पहली बात कि आई वुड सर्टेनली मेंशन हियर that he was conferred the degree of Doctor of Science by Andhra University in 2008, and he was awarded with prestigious civilian award Padma Bhushan by Government of India in 2009. वैसे उनके कार्यों और उपलब्धियों के बारे में बताने के लिए बहुत कुछ है, which I will keep on sharing with you during the program. But let's start our conversation session now. So friends, some instructions I would like to give you. I will announce the name of the person who wants to ask the question. I will randomly announce the name of the participant, and then that participant can ask the question. It is a request to all the audience to ask their questions in brief. एंड मैं जिसका भी नाम लूंगी वो व्यक्ति को अपना ऑडियो अनम्यूट करना है, और वो व्यक्ति फिर सैम सर से डायरेक्टली अपना सवाल पूछ लेता है। बट मैं आपको चांस दूं उसके पहले मैं खुद ही एक चांस ले लेती हूँ, क्योंकि मुझे पता है वंस आपके पास प्लेटफॉर्म आ जाएगा तो मुझे क्वेश्चन पूछने का मौका नहीं मिलेगा। सो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज फ्रॉम माय साइड टू सैम सर. Sam sir, how the vision of transforming India came to your mind through telecom revolution?
Thank you, Dr. Agarwal. Before I answer your question, if I take a minute first to thank Dr. Vivek Nanoti, Dr. Sanjay Agarwal, Mr. Sharma, and all of you for giving me this opportunity. I believe you have been very generous in complimenting me. I don't deserve a lot of it. I'm just an ordinary guy, born in a small little tribal village, in a family of carpenters who happen to have the right opportunity at the right time. So there is no sense in glorifying too much. Please, I'm like everybody else. I have a job to do, you have a job to do, and I am thankful to you all
for giving me this opportunity, because I really don't get chance to speak to people in Nagpur, Raipur, Wardha, smaller places. Unfortunately, all my contacts are in big cities, whether it is New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, London, Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore. And I'm conscious of the fact that it is important for me to learn from people in other smaller cities. So thank you for the opportunity. Teachers are very important to me. In my life, teachers have played a very important role. I was born in 1942, so my school teachers were very Gandhian, simple, honest, loving, caring. They were the leaders, people we could look up to. They were the role models for ethics, morals, character. And this was true not only in early childhood, it was also true in our schools, true in our colleges. So we were lucky. So when growing up, we looked up to teachers and not rich people in the country, not actors in the country, not sports champions in the country. The only role model we had were our teachers. And I think people need to understand that teachers plant seeds in you that ultimately grow. As a little kid, you got to look up to teachers. They are mentors. Unfortunately, we have lost that base, and every young kid wants to be like Bill Gates or like a cricket hero or a movie star. I think that must change. And you all, to me, are the heroes. You are the unsung heroes of India. You don't get opportunity. Nobody really talks about our teachers. So I'm delighted that I have a unique opportunity to talk to people from Nagpur. I wish I could do more of these with other cities, second tier, third tier. And I'm going to try to expand this connection with second and third tier city. So I want to thank Sanjay Jain and Dr. Nanoti for giving me this unique opportunity. With this, I will now start answering your questions. I thought about doing something in India, Dr. Agarwal, on telecom, because I was in Delhi and tried to call my wife in Chicago and I could not connect. You'll be surprised to know that I had never used telephone in my life until I came to America, because I was too poor. I didn't have telephone. And if somebody had a telephone, he was too rich to be my friend. So I'd never used telephone. But being in America, I had gotten used to telephone. So when I called my wife from Delhi, I couldn't connect with her. This was 1979, 80. And I got frustrated. I said, this has to be fixed. And you need a little bit of arrogance at times and lot of ignorance. If I had known everything I know about India today, I would have never tried to do it. I would have been scared to do it. So ignorance became my asset. Arrogance was important, that yes, I can do it. So everything we consider negative is never negative. Sometimes negative could be positive. And it is good to have contradictions in life. No, people always complain, oh, but you said this and now you are saying that. It's okay to have contradictions. It's okay to change your opinion. It's okay to flip-flop. That's what freedom of thought is all about. So I said, I'm going to take next 10 years of my life and connect India, help connect India. Because Because if India with the diversity that we have can be connected, I thought it would change the face of the country. So I got an opportunity to give a presentation to Mrs. Indira Gandhi in 1981 on this idea of changing the face of India using IT and telecom, software and all that. She gave me an opportunity, and ultimately Rajiv Gandhi, when he became Prime Minister, gave meaning to my life. I had no purpose except being an engineer and make money. And Rajiv Gandhi coming to power, young, modern mind, hoping to take India into 21st century, gave meaning to my life, saying, now I must join. I must work on this big idea of connecting India. So I think right things came at the right time. And in life, things have to sort of gel together. My wife didn't mind coming back to India. She was an Indian girl, so she said, fine. If I had married to Americans, she would never come back to India. I had children who were very young. They didn't mind coming back. If I had teenagers, they would say, no, we want to stay in America. Everything worked well. Okay. And it was just a combination of all kinds of right events at the right time. Ultimately, I get credit for some of it. But I think a lot of people worked on it. I was just one. There were thousands of young engineers who helped me. Without their hard work, this would have been just an idea. So a lot of IITs and other university students worked at CDOT and CDAC. So you had Rajiv Gandhi's political will, my domain expertise, talent of young Indians, all of these things came together. So I think this is what happened. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. सर मुझे तो लगता है कि आज का युवक या हम सभी we cannot even imagine our life without mobile, without phone. It has become one of the basic necessities of life now. So it's thanks to you only. अभी अगला सवाल मैं चाहती हूँ कि AK सिन्हा सर आप पूछिए और उसके बाद अनिल जायसवाल सर आप रेडी रहे अपने सवाल के साथ. तो AK सिन्हा सर अगर आप अपने सवाल के साथ रेडी हैं, so please unmute yourself and you can directly ask the question to Sam sir. And later on, Anil Jaiswal, your turn will be there.
Thanks, Bhumika.
Thank you.
Sir, I have been a great fan of yours, and once I heard you in the television telling about say 3-4 years back when I heard you were saying that the mankind will conquer death in another 50 years. So do you stand by the same statement even now?
It may not be 50 years, it may be 100 years, but I think we are on the right track. I believe longevity has increased substantially. When I was growing up, lifespan was 54 years. I'm 79. I had 2 quadruple bypasses. I had cancer and I'm doing great thanks to technology, science. And as we get more deeper into genetics, biotech, nanotech, I believe we will find more about the aging process. I tell young people today that you are bound to be 120. Guaranteed. They won't let you die if you have money. If you are today 15, 20-year-old, by the time you get into trouble, which will be another 50 years, they won't let you die. So I think it is going to happen. It may not be hundreds of years, but it'll be 150, 200 years. I think I see that, and I'm very hopeful. Unfortunately, I won't be around, but that's okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your brilliant answer. Now, Anil Jaiswal, sir, be ready with your question. And now, next question would be asked by Purnima Jain. So, Purnima, you be ready with your question. And now, Anil Jaiswal, you can ask question to Pitroda, sir.
Hi, thank you for giving me this opportunity, and thank you, Dr. Sam, for interacting with us. My question is, even though we think internet technology, mobile communication is omnipresent, but this corona COVID-19 situation has highlighted the divide between technology haves and have not, and particularly with the young kids who have been struggling, to be up to speed with the classes, courses, online education, etc. We see the struggle between haves and have-nots. What can be done in your mind, and to help patch this gap between haves and have-nots? Otherwise, in a country like India, though we may think we have done a great progress so far, and yes, we have, but I think we need to think about our future generation as well. Thank you.
Well, the difference between haves and have-nots continues all over the world. It is not just in India. It is true in America. It is true in Europe. It is true in Africa. And the difference is not just in access to digital technology. The difference is in education, health, in food security, income inequality. World over, inequality has increased. On one hand, we have made a lot of progress in technology. But if you look at the wealth is concentrated in the hands of very few. This is a big challenge today in the world, is inequality. So India is not unique in that. We are part of the whole process. It is not easy to bridge inequality overnight. You gave an example of student, but what about food inequality? Nutrition. You look at inequality of gender. Women are not treated properly in this world, all over the world. Not just in India, in US, in Europe. So I think the fundamental challenge the world has today, and that's part of the things I'm talking about in my new book, is inclusion. We have not been able to build inclusive world where everybody is given equal opportunity. First, women, they still don't get equal opportunity. Their pay is lower than others. Okay, even in America, they are not represented at the board. Then, inequality of income. In India, it is caste. In America, it is race. In other countries, it is religion. So I think there is a broader issue world over when it comes to inequality. Of course, your question is very important. I appreciate that. I respect your concern. And yes, we have the problem. I don't know how to deal with it overnight, but slowly and slowly we can begin to make dent. These things take generations. They don't happen overnight. So I sympathize with you and I respect your view.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Now, Purnima, it's your turn. You can ask the question. And after Purnima, Pramod Sakhar, please be ready with your question. Purnima, your turn now.
Yeah, hello. Very good morning to you, sir. It has been really inspiring to know about your work, and it's a great opportunity to be interacting. Sir, I wish to ask about the effect of having our mother tongue as the medium of education. So there have been studies which report that the mother tongue is most effective in the learning process, and many developed countries use that as the medium of education. So how feasible is it actually effective, and how feasible is it in a country like India, which has a history of colonialization and large regional differences?
I believe in learning multiple languages. Okay. I strongly believe, and I wish I could have learned French, German. My young grandchild, who is 10 years old, is learning Chinese. Okay. But your mother tongue is your mother tongue. When you are young, you can be fluent in many languages. So whatever you are comfortable with is okay. But sometimes when you stick to only mother tongue, you find that you don't have the literature and you can't broaden your horizon. You are stuck with that little domain. So it is up to you as an individual what you want. Mother tongue is important. You should continue to use mother tongue, but at some point in time, you got to realize that I got to move forward. Mother tongue does not have vocabulary. I can't speak very good Hindi anymore because I don't have practice. And I also find that the words that I use in my English vocabulary, I don't have good translation in Hindi. I'm sure it is there, but I don't know. So it's okay. Don't look down on somebody who is speaking in English, nor don't look up to somebody who speaks in English. Okay, it's okay. Somebody can speak German, somebody can speak Tamil, somebody can speak perfectly all right. Respect all. You make your choice. If you're comfortable in learning in local language, do that. But some point in time, you will find that there isn't enough literature, the local language, and you might want to learn something about Bengali. You might want to learn something about, Tamil. So that's okay. That's your option.
Yeah, right. Thanks a lot, sir.
Yes. Okay. So now Pramod Sakharkar, be ready with your question. Participants, I had promised you कि मैं बीच-बीच में सैम सर के बारे में कुछ ना कुछ fascinating बताते रहूंगी. So नहीं sir.
Let's not waste time on it. Don't worry about me. It is interaction.
सिर्फ मैं यही
Google and read it.
सिर्फ यही बताना चाहूंगी इस समय कि sir is a follower of Gandhian philosophy not only in letter but in spirit too. So now Pramod Sakharkar, it's your turn. And after Pramod Sakharkar, I request Dipti Bisht. Be ready with your question. Pramod Sakharkar, are you there? Will you please unmute yourself? Pramod Sakharkar, we can see you. Anyway, if Dipti ma'am, are you ready with your question? Later on, Pramod sir can ask his question. Dipti ma'am, are you ready?
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
Dipti
ma'am. Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, myself, Mrs. Deepti Bisht from Nagpur. I am a school teacher. My question to sir is, during lockdown session, it is very difficult to teach rural area children like NMC, municipal corporations, Zilla Parishad. In this lockdown session, we have taken 8 months online classes and only 41 days offline. So why don't government change its evaluation pattern from marks to gradation this year so that every children will came out with a happy face? This is my question to sir. And this is the need of the day.
Yeah, that is for government to decide. I had in fact suggested that we should write off this year completely.
Yes.
And let children learn from parents, neighborhood, go see the tree in the backyard, go play with the animals.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Look at the flowers and learn from environment for a year.
Environment.
Because that's when, and then everybody let them, they are going to live much longer. 1 year in their life is not going to make any difference, believe me. It may look like a lot today, but when you look at 80, 90, 100-year life.
But there are emphasis on SSC board, HSC board. A lot of GRRs coming.
Too much regimentation.
So this year they are having orals and theoretical.
Too much.
Yes.
A friend of mine at Harvard, he's at Harvard now, used to say that if Henry Ford landed up today in this world, the only place he will find production system is in education. Everything else, there is no manufacturing. Manufacturing has become very specialized. Education is a factory. Thousands kids come in, go to this class, go to next class. It has changed. People learn
If you
differently.
compare to Indian education and Indian education, international education, there is a quite difference between if we are taking with the education, my opinion is that take your skill local to global level, and the education system from global to local. This is the criteria for all the international school. We are hoping the international school, but we cannot prove it. So this is the lockdown period. So children be happy now. Why the
Yes,
last bencher would not? It means it could be, yes, yes. Every
I agree
children
with
should be happy in this. Yes, yes.
absolutely. Just tell them this year
Yes,
is
yes.
written off. Enjoy. Get to know your parents. Get to know your
But there
neighbors.
is
Get
no
to know your
enjoyment
children.
from the government side, no, sir.
Yeah,
This is the
government.
problem for the teachers.
Government is
Even the
government.
college
Huh?
teacher, university teachers,
Government.
and the school teacher, they are facing the same problem. They're facing same problem, sir.
I know, but government
Thank
is
you.
government.
Thank you, sir.
But I agree with you.
Thank you so much.
You know,
Thank you so much, Deepti madam and Sam ma'am, for this wonderful discussion. Everybody is enjoying a lot. Thank you so much. Pramod Sakharkar, are you ready? If not, then Chaitanya Iyer, you can put your question. Chaitanya Iyer.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm Rajesh here. I had logged on behalf of Chaitanya on his ID. So my question to respected Sam sir, rather it's an observation and it is in the context of something he just mentioned in response to one of the queries from one of the participants. Sam sir, you mentioned about the inclusive world, sir. So in the same context, I had got some thoughts and ideas. I thought I could have your opinion or your take or your comments on this particular aspect. See, in the last 200 plus years, science and technology have been evolving for centuries, but in the last 200 years, science and technology has made human life and living more comfortable and progressive. No doubt. Technology, we are experiencing the technology today. You are there in New York or you are there in USA, we are here in Nagpur, we can interact. So there are these wonders of this technology. But at the same time, paradoxically, strife, unrest, conflicts have escalated by leaps and bounds all across the world. Moreover, what is happening is those people who are having the control over the technology, those who are having the hegemony over technology, they are perpetuating kind of economic imperialism. Economic imperialism is riding on the crest of advanced technology. Now, in this context, my closer to you would be, sir, very humbly, I would like to ask you, there is need to integrate human values, empathy, compassion in the scientific education and research. Science, I believe, is for enhancing human welfare, and it is not, not more than, enhancing human progress and prowess. We are progressed, we have developed prowess, but human welfare is being relegated into the background. So there's need to integrate humanism into science education and research. Sir, most humbly, I request your kind words on this issue.
No, I agree with you that the technology has changed human civilization in the last 200 years. Life 200 years ago must have been very boring. No electricity, no telephones, no transport. So I think technology has really given us a lot of tools. Communication has improved, longevity has increased, infant mortality has decreased. Everything has changed. But I think what has happened in the process, and this is one man's view, is that we have spent huge amount of resources in developing products, but we have not spent enough money in developing human beings. It is up to us. We can't blame technology. We have to blame ourselves. I have to blame myself for not being inclusive. I can't blame the world. I have to be responsible for my character. In America, you have largest number of prisoners in the world in terms of percentage. America is the most educated country in the world. Okay. Technologically advanced. Why? Because we haven't paid much attention to Six Sigma quality people. We have built Six Sigma quality products. So I tell young people that the key is to build good self. Self that is respectful, self that is disciplined, analytical, respects other human being, ethical, moral, self that goes beyond personal interest to public interest. How I deal with others depends on me. I can't blame others. So if enough of us worried about this, technology will not be a problem. Technology is a problem because of the greed, competitiveness, ego, okay, selfish people. Okay. Why should technology be a problem? It's a tool. It's like knife. You cut tomato and you also kill people. So each one of us will have to decide, how do we want to use technology? Do we want to use technology to separate people or to unite people? To respect people or to hurt people? You know? And if enough of us do the right things, things will change. We all know the answer. Answer lies with us. That's how I see it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for this wonderful answer. सर जैसे अभी राजेश अय्यर सर ने आपसे पूछा कि टेक्नोलॉजी के कारण ह्यूमैनिज्म वगैरह थोड़ा वैनिश होते जा रहा है. सो सर यू हैव वर्कड अंडर ट्रेमेंडस पॉलिटिकल प्रेशर, वर्क प्रेशर, बहुत सारा कंट्रोवर्सी एंड दिस एंड दैट. तो मुझे सर बताइए, इन ऑर्डर टू रिलैक्स योरसेल्फ, क्या आप अब भी पेंटिंग करते हैं या तबला बजाते हैं? बिकॉज आई नो दैट यू आर एन आर्टिस्टिक पर्सन, यू प्ले तबला, यू आर अ गुड पेंटर, और मुझे पता है आपको रंगों की और सुरों की बहुत अच्छी समझ है. हाउ डू यू रिलैक्स नाउ आल्सो?
Well, I used to play tabla well at one time when I was young. I don't practice anymore. I have 3 or 4 pairs of tabla here in US. I paint regularly. And, you know, that's, but I get my relaxation from my work. I have no pressure. I'm content. I have a wonderful wife, been married to her for 56 years. I have wonderful children. They put up with me, my nonsense, you know, and my work is my joy. I get up in the morning. I start working at 7:30. And, you know, I don't distinguish between work, job and joy. Job and joy are same to me. Okay.
So work is worship for you, sir. Work is
If I
worship
get
for
bored
you.
with something, I do something else. You know, there are so many, if I get bored with reading something, I go read physics. If I get bored with that, I go read Economist magazine. Or I just, you know, do something else. Okay. So it just, you know, life is so interesting and exciting. And there is so much to explore. My curiosity is my happiness. I'm curious about everything in life. Okay. So if I get bored, I say, let's find out a little more about black holes. So you read 4 articles on black holes and your pressure goes away. And then you know, do something else, you know. And every once in a while I'll say, okay, let's read about Ramanujan a little bit. One of his, you know, math formula. So you do that for half an hour and then you are on a different track. You see, imagination is more powerful than anything else. It's all here. Okay.
Yes.
I don't need anybody. I could be in a prison. I'm happy because my mind is working. Okay.
सर यही तो एक क्रिएटिव इंसान की पहचान है, जो आपने कहा, हर शब्द आपका एकदम हर एक रोल मॉडल की तरह है सर.
इसमें कोई बड़ी विजडम नहीं है. इसमें there is no big wisdom that I've come up with. Okay, please don't give me credit for it.
नहीं, पर आपका ये जो जवाब है सर, ये डेफिनेटली हम हमारे स्टूडेंट्स को बिल्कुल बताएंगे ही. ये आपका जवाब बहुत ही खूबसूरत जवाब था सर. आई एम श्योर एवरीबॉडी मस्ट बी इम्प्रेस्ड बाय योर दिस पर्टिकुलर आंसर.
I don't need to watch a movie.
विजडम नहीं है, ये कहने में आपका
really get entertained. Okay, मैं कह रहा हूँ I don't watch movies at all. You know,
Okay.
I haven't watched Hindi movie for 40, 50 years.
हाँ,
So
हाँ.
when people talk about all these actors, I have no idea who these people are. Because I can't
सर
sit
वैसे
there
भी
for 3 hours. For 3 hours, how
हाँ.
can I sit watch somebody? You know, my mind is going off somewhere else. Okay.
सर वैसे भी रिलैक्सेशन की जरूरत उसको होती है जो काम करते हैं. आजकल के जवान
ये
तो काम ही नहीं
ये
करते.
काम भी नहीं, ये तो it is a joy. काम क्या है? What is काम? आप देखिए,
Yes,
I'll
yes.
give you one example.
हम्म.
I'll give you my personal calm. I get up in the morning, brush teeth, take shower, and make my bed. I make my bed every day. Okay? Because I know that if nothing else, I got that done today. Then I come down, I make my tea, I sweep floor every day. Every
Wow.
day I sweep floor myself. Okay, I drive my wife nuts. But that's my work. Okay. That's not work. While I'm doing that, I'm thinking something. While I'm taking
Yes,
shower,
yes.
I have my whole day planned. Okay. Not that I get everything done. You know, sometimes I don't get everything done. But the mind has to be active all the time. If mind is active, you have no pressure. Okay. You are not jealous of anybody. I don't need to compare myself with anybody. I don't need any applause. Okay. I'm okay. You can insult me. I'm perfectly normal. Okay. You can't insult me because only I can insult myself. Okay. You know, a lot of people tell me, sir, I've been humiliated. I said, no, only you can humiliate yourself.
Yes, sir. ये तो
You got to be above all this. And you can do it. We are all capable of doing it.
Yes.
But we worry about what would other people think.
Definitely.
You know, when I don't go to parties at all. I never attend any wedding. Let me tell you, I have 7 brothers and sisters. I have never attended anybody's wedding. Because it's a waste of time. Okay. I just don't do it. Okay. So it's
Sir,
a different way
बहुत
of looking at life. Okay. And I am happy and they are happy and they are, you know, we are all great family. We meet regularly and we have wonderful, you know, children in the family. They are all content. Okay. Problem starts when ego sets in.
Yes.
Problem starts when you start comparing. Okay. It's okay because we are all different. My wife is very different from me. I can't change her. I can't change my children. You know. So it's okay. They don't have to do what I like them to do. Okay. It's not that my son is obedient because he's doing what I want him to do. That's a wrong way to expect it. Okay. My grandchildren call me on video all the time, and all of a sudden, my little grandson, 5-year-old, he said, Dada, I don't want to talk to you anymore. I said, okay, baby, that's fine. When you're ready to talk to me, Dada is always here. Okay. See, you have to, and you can't say, okay, what do you mean you don't want to talk to me? No, it's okay for him to say, Dada, I don't want to talk to you. Perfectly normal. Okay.
डेफिनेटली सर, आपका सुनने के बाद तो ऐसा लग रहा है कि लाइफ ऐसे ही जीनी चाहिए. बहुत अच्छा सर, अच्छा हो गया मैंने आपको एक क्वेश्चन पूछ लिया, सो दैट वी केम टू नो अबाउट अदर एस्पेक्ट्स ऑफ योर लाइफ कि यू क्लीन द फ्लोर योरसेल्फ, यू मेक योर ओन बेड. Wonderful, sir.
Now that I am home, my wife has been cooking all her life. Okay. So for last 1 year since I'm at home, I do all the cooking.
Oh, so you are a wonderful cook also. That's another quality.
Day I cook. I told my wife, you take rest while I'm at home. Okay.
Okay.
So I make lunch, I serve, I do the, you know, dinner, I serve. She's watching TV and she'll say, can I come and help? I said, no, I don't want you here. Okay, you do whatever you're doing. Because it is relaxing for me. I said, you just tell me what you want to eat today and I'll make it. Okay. It's perfect. It's good. Now it take half an hour relaxing and you're doing something, you know.
Yes,
That's relaxing. That's joy of life. Okay.
Definitely. तो आप हर छोटी-छोटी चीजों में
I do not like servant. I do not like servant because to me that is insulting somebody.
Oh.
I do not want servant at home at all. Okay. I shine my own shoes. I iron my own shirts if I have to. Okay. I believe I must do my own thing. Why do I need some other human being to help me? If I'm handicapped, I understand.
Yes.
I could be, why would I be sitting at some place and ask somebody else to make a tea for me? Just insulting. I can get up and make my own tea. What does it take? Doesn't take anything. So it's a different way of looking at it. Okay.
Definitely.
Not that I'm right. Don't get me wrong. You know, I may not be right, but this is what I have preferred. Okay.
Yeah.
And somebody else would say, no, I need 5 servants to serve me. That's okay. I respect that. I have no complaints, you know. But I like to do my own things.
Yes. ओके सर, थैंक यू. बहुत ही मजा आया आपको सुनने के बाद. सर मतलब कंटिन्यूसली देर आर 104 मैसेजेस इन माय मोबाइल राइट नाउ एंड आई एम फेड अप. सो मेनी पीपल वांट टू आस्क यू क्वेश्चंस. तो और ऊपर से क्या हुआ सर कि हमारे यहाँ जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ सम टेक्निकल फॉल्ट हमारा यूट्यूब लिंक भी चल नहीं पा रहा है. बट आई प्रॉमिस हियर दैट वी आर गोइंग टू शेयर द रिकॉर्डिंग ऑफ दिस प्रोग्राम ऑन ऑल द सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म्स. This is a promise from us and we will do it very soon. And if possible, we will try to organize one more program because Sam Pitroda sir, he's
I will
always
be happy to share, but again, realize I don't have all the answers. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
But at
sharing
least
with you my experiences.
Yeah.
Some are good, some may not be very good for you, which is okay.
Yeah.
Perfectly normal. Okay. See, one thing I learned in India is that people do not distinguish between criticizing them and criticizing their idea. It is okay for you to say, Sam's, this idea is not good. Perfectly normal. That doesn't mean I'm no good. Okay. So everything I say doesn't have to make sense to everybody.
Definitely, sir. तो सर अभी हमारा समय बीतना जा रहा है और एक लास्ट क्वेश्चन के लिए आई वुड लाइक टू इनवाइट निकोला मैक्लियोड. निकोला, इफ यू आर देयर प्लीज यू कैन आस्क योर क्वेश्चन. और निकोला इज नॉट देयर. ओके, नीलिमा अग्रवाल जैन, इफ यू आर रेडी विथ योर क्वेश्चन यू कैन आस्क योर क्वेश्चन टू सैम सर. नीलिमा अग्रवाल जैन. Yes, ma'am.
Hello, sir. Sir, I've been.
You're very low in your voice.
So I'm hearing you for the.
Neela, ma'am, please increase your volume.
Yes, definitely. So I'm hearing you for the first time, and I'm really impressed by the ideology which you are carrying forward. So my question to you is, so since you've been, working so hard for so many years. Have you developed this ideology on your own or do you idolize somebody?
I don't know. I mean, this is a normal thing to do according to me. What else do you do? You know? I learned these things from my teachers. Be a decent.
Neema, mute yourself.
I think there is an echo. Yeah. Okay. So I would say, this is a normal thing to do for every human being. You know, I don't think this is a rocket science. I haven't discovered something unique. You know, I'm just a normal guy. Okay. We should all do similar things. You know, I don't know where I learned from. I don't know what it is unique about it. It's a normal thing to do. You get up in the morning, you do your work, you go to work. You know, you live with your family, you respect your, friends. And I have some of the best friends in the world. Okay, I have friends in Chicago who went to school with me in India for 60 years. Okay, and we are so close friends. Bhupen Trivedi, Dinkar Trivedi, they're all my great buddies. Okay, I have 5 doctor friends in Chicago who went to college in India, in Baroda and Ahmedabad. When I have a surgery, all 5 friends take a day off and they are in the surgery room. How many people can have that? I have been blessed. But when you have friends, you have to invest in friends. Okay? And if you don't invest and don't give, you don't get. So life is all about giving first. You give a lot and then maybe you get a little bit. Don't expect to give little and expect lot in return. It is exactly opposite. Okay. And it's not about giving, it's about doing things.
Right, sir. Thank you so much.
You know, for example, when we were at Illinois Institute of Technology, this was in 65, and every time a student graduated, Indian student, and got a job, they had to move. So their furniture and all has to be moved, and we were all poor kids, students. So I was the only one who knew how to drive stick shift truck, because all the cars here were with gear, automatic. So anybody who wanted to move will call me. And it was a great joy. I would rent a truck. I will load their stuff, move them. I don't even know who these people were. But that's okay. We all had great time. You know, we were all students. We were all poor. And we all became friends over a period of time. So life is not about transaction. See, we tend to think relationship is about a transaction. I did this for you, you do this for me. It's not about transaction. It's about a process. And if you look at life, not from the viewpoint of transaction, it becomes very different. Our children, we don't have transaction. Then why should we have transaction with friends?
Okay, thank you, sir. Sir, I think we should end the program now. We will stop question answer session. And now, Priyanka Mishra, I request you to propose vote of thanks. Priyanka.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, Bhumika ma'am. A very good evening, everyone. I deemed it a great privilege to have been asked to extend a vote of thanks for this webinar. I would like to thank our guest of honor for today's webinar, speaker, Mr. Sam Pitroda sir, for enlightening us with his knowledge, proficiency, and engrossing facts. This gave us deep insight into the topics and also relief and resulted in fascinating inferences. I am pretty sure the valuable knowledge which Pitroda sir gave us in the first and aftermath session of this webinar will definitely help us in the field of education, science, and technology. Once again, I would like to thank Pitroda sir for taking out time from his busy schedule to grace his presence. We are very grateful to our visionary principal, Dr. Vivek Nanoti sir, for his words of encouragement. His able guidance has always inspired us. I thank him for his kindness and continuous support. I would also like to thank Mr. Vijay Sharma sir, Project Coordinator, Raman Science Center and Planetarium. Also, Mr. Vilas Chaudhary sir, Education Officer, Raman Science Center and Planetarium, for their support and commitment. I extend my gratitude to Dr. Sanjay Jain sir, Head, Knowledge Center, for providing us this platform for such an innovative event through Knowledge Center. My heartfelt thanks to all the deans and heads of various departments for their valuable contribution. I thank all faculty members who have worked hard to ensure that this event becomes a success. I owe a special gratitude to Dr. Bhumika Agrawal Madam, Head, Department of Humanities, for successfully moderating this event. I would like to put on record my sincere thanks to Himanshu Taiwade, Prashant Govardhan, Ketan Bodhe, Akash, Abhijit, and Preeti, and our very enthusiastic student volunteers, Vikram Kale and Chinmay Kurspare, for smooth conduction of the program. I thank all the distinguished invitees present here, accepting our invitation and investing their valuable time. Also, with all good heart participants and listeners. At last, I would like to thank everyone for their cooperation in making this function, this event, a resounding success.